3587. Conflict spans the stars. Huge armies are locked into an enduring stalemate. Only one force can help them now. The Awesomenauts.
Hello, welcome back to It's Mac Compatible, and another episode we're going to be talking about a MOBA. I know what you're thinking, I know, we talked about a MOBA in the first episode, we're only 3 episodes in, we're already talking about another MOBA. However, bear with me, this week we're going to be talking about Awesomenauts, a 2D MOBA, which is quite unique in itself being 2B and not isometric. But it's also going free to play quite soon, so I thought better get this in while it's going to go free to play to tell you how awesome this game is, as the name suggests. And this week joining me is going to be Kyochi Savage again. Thanks for coming back, Kyochi.
Thanks for having me.
It's really good to have you back, man. I know that I pretty much press ganged you into buying this game, didn't I?
You wore me down, and I actually enjoyed it a lot now that I got it. So I would say it's worth it.
Well, and now you've bought it, you've got all the Awesomenauts straight up front, whereas other people are going to have to grind and try and buy the other Awesomenauts.
Yeah.
You know, now we're going free to play. We've got there's loads of new stuff that's been introduced as there's drop pods. So there was always drop pods in the game, but now they're visually different. And you've played before and after. What do you think of the new revamp?
I like it. You know, I didn't realize that the drop pods were new. Because it was kind of like more recent. I was just like, I kind of want those different ones.
Yeah, it's really cool. They just had an update, 4.0. It's just come out the other day. For those of you listening to this after the 4th of May, because we're recording this on Star Wars Day, the game goes free to play on the 24th of May. So if you're listening after 24th of May, pick it up. It's an awesome game. I won't keep saying awesome. It's a brilliant game.
Awesome has infected you.
Indeed it has, yeah. It is just so much fun, and it takes the stress, for me anyway, the personal anxiety I have sometimes when it comes to competitiveness in MOBAs. I get into ranked play and I get a bit, pent up. I know it's only a game, but I can feel a little bit anxious about letting my teammates down.
You always want to do as best as you can. At least I do when I play a game.
Exactly, yeah. I don't want to let anyone down, because if I make a misplay, I feel like I'm, like I said, affecting other people's rank and really letting them down. But with this game, I mean, it's hard to take yourself seriously when you can play as Vinny and Spike, one fish riding a slightly bigger fish.
Or living ice cream with a sword.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Scoop. Yeah, Scoop of Justice, who's one of the Nauts, is literally a blob of ice cream with armor and a massive sword.
He's awesome.
It's just so much fun. And one of the great, I think you've seen some of the skins, and I don't know how I keep just earning skins. I mean, I bought a couple, and because I bought this game when it was on sale, it's now on sale for about £6.99, £6.99 for those who's not listening in England. And how much do you pick it up for? And you live in Finland, don't you?
Yeah, I picked it up when it was on sale. I picked it up for €2, I think less.
Yeah, so it's pretty cheap. I mean, even now it's going. I know what you're thinking. It's going free to play. Why would I want to do that? But it's honestly, it's worth picking up now. And there's 2 expansions as well, which give you the first expansion, Starstorm, gives you 5 extra characters, and the second expansion, Overdrive, gives you 4 extra characters. And yeah, you might not play them, but it's not that much in the scale of things. I know most MOBAs are free to play, and this one's going that way as well. I think they finally got enough of a player base that they want to get more people in.
Yeah.
But I really love the new layout. You just have to drop in. You can see, those who are watching the video version of this can see what I mean. You can see what the abilities are before you go into a game, so you can stack up a build. It does remind me a lot of Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, it's more of you kind of improve your abilities rather than buy items that kind of affect what you do.
Exactly, so it's like a cross between the two. You play, you earn solar, which is like money, and you use that solar to buy augments to your abilities, but it also works on experience. So a little while ago they introduced team experience, so you're all an experience together, so all your stats go up together.
Yeah, I think that's a really great way to do it, because even if you're not doing that good, at least you're not letting your team down. and just every time you get into a fight, you just die.
Exactly, and when you get a kill, you actually gain solar,
Yeah.
which helps the whole team. And if you die, you actually lose solar, which helps the other team, obviously. So it helps that snowball mechanic, because I've never had a game go beyond 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a really, really good one. Same thing with the other MOBA, like Heroes of the Storm. I don't like playing for too long. If a game lasts over 20 minutes,
yeah,
just...
yeah, it can really grind you down. I mean, this sort of intense gameplay, and especially the 2D version of this MOBA, and especially this game, because it's 2D, you're always up and down between the levels. It's not like a lane where you're running between the two. Actually, you can just fall from one end of the map to the other, or jump on one of the jump pads and you shoot up through the whole map, and you're at top lane already. I mean, the jungle's small. Yeah, you're just suddenly out of nowhere. You're in the top lane, and everyone's like, "Whoa, where did you come from?"
Yeah, and plus it's really nice that you can hide as well. You can kind of be right underneath them and then pop up.
Yeah, especially if you're Leon, who can, a bit like Nova in Heroes of the Storm, can actually drop a decoy, but it's a visual decoy. It's not an invisible decoy. It's a clone of himself that doesn't do anything, and you're never sure, because you're trying to react quickly. Sometimes, quite often, you actually attack the decoy.
Yeah, I have plenty of times.
Yeah, before you know it, you're already dead. I don't know if you checked this out, Kyochi, but there's I don't know if you checked this out, Kyochi, but there's actually replays you can watch within the game. You don't have to go to YouTube. You don't have to download the replay. You can just play it within the client.
Yeah, I've checked out one of the matches that I did good with, just to see, what I actually did good.
Yeah, it's nice to review your own replays really easily. But there's actually not only your own replays, but there's a replay of the day, so you can actually watch other people's
Oh, that's pretty
matches. Cool. Yeah, so that's always just for good fun. And because you can stop it, and like I said, 20 minutes is a bit of entertainment without having to quit out of the game. Getting some inspiration, seeing if you can pick up some tactics,
Yeah, in my opinion, every time I watch somebody do really good at, like, let's say it's a hero that I like, or Awesomenaut that I like, it always makes me better at the game.
Map and League of Legends, and yes, there is a few maps in those now, but it's mainly Summoner's Rift. That's what everyone plays on, the 3-lane map.
Yeah.
There's no variety in that. You're playing the same game, and people would argue, well, you never play the same game because there's so many heroes, and champions, sorry, and so many different variations of what can happen in the game. But again, the reason I lean towards this in Heroes of the Storm more is because they're unique. The map we were just playing on before we had a game just before we came on to record this was AI Station 205, which doesn't sound very exciting, but as opposed to having a jungle, all it has is a big section which is basically an incinerator. And if you fall through that, you're going to lose a lot of health by the time you reach the bottom lane.
And also they have a nice juicy health pack right in the middle of it, so you can sometimes go towards it, and instead of getting the health pack, you just got burned to death.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, there's also Serona, which is actually a weird desert-like landscape, all bones and monsters, and there's actually winking eyes on the scenery. And if you've never played it before, there's a real danger zone. There's sort of like an iris at the bottom of the map that you can get some solar from. It automatically respawns. But just above it is a platform where there's a button. And if you hit the button right, you can actually get a massive worm to come up, and the iris opens and you get eaten by a worm.
Yeah.
Which is great for because it also kills droids, and that's where the droids spawn. You can actually destroy the enemy droids.
Or your
take away. Exactly, yeah, just to get solar, yeah. And they're really pushing hard, and there's a super droid even. So much like Dota 2, if you destroy one of the enemy turrets, they start spawning super droids down that lane.
Yeah.
And that can obviously snowball it as well.
Yeah, it helps push it, and plus it does a lot of damage even to your hero.
And so, coming into this, obviously you said you haven't played much and you've just come into this new revamp. How do you feel that's, like, as a new player? Has that helped you understand the characters more?
Well, there's a lot of characters, but, the game is, I would say it's more simple, so it's kind of, you don't have to learn every single hero. I mean, once you get attacked once or twice, you kind of know what their abilities are, because there's only those 2 auto attacks, basically, and then their 1 special ability.
That's the other thing, because it's on a PC, you control it with AWSD, and that means your fingers are perfectly positioned to use the 2 abilities they're also on the mouse as well. You can use the middle mouse button or the right mouse button to trigger your abilities, but they're also shortcuts are Q and E, which is just beside the W key for your fingers.
Yeah.
And that's quite unique because most MOBAs have 4 abilities, which is Q, W, E, R. R being your heroic ability, which you usually get at, I think in LoL it's League of Legends, sorry, it's level 6, and in Heroes of the Storm it's level 10. But Awesomenauts does away with that. They're like, well, why have it? Let's just keep it simple. You can augment your auto attack, but it's not an auto attack because you have to actually click to do it.
Yeah.
And then there's the Q ability and the E ability and jump, and that's it. That's your W, jump.
Yeah, and that's actually the nice thing about it, because, once you see those, you don't have to, how is he going to change this?
Exactly, yeah. So I think it's so much easier to get into. I certainly, when I started playing it, I didn't really understand what a MOBA was. I just thought, this is a fun platformer that you have to, the idea is to kill the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's it. I didn't understand about backdooring, pushing lanes. But like I said, I love this new revamp. I mean, I loved the game before, and I was playing it. Well, it was released in 2012, and the second expansion was released in 2013.
Yeah.
Sorry, the first expansion was released in 2013. So, and it's gone from strength to strength. I mean, even now, there's a couple more extra characters being released. Deadlift, who is basically a Minotaur without the human body, just a massive walking bull. Or those who like World of Warcraft, is a Tauren. And it's just all good fun, man. He's a support, actually. And he just goes in and gives shields to your team. It's just,
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
I know that we're not going in depth to all the maps and everything, but it don't need much explanation, really. If you're new to MOBAs and you want something that's intermediary, that's not going to be hardcore, it's going to be fun and light and pretty simple to control, it's not hard to learn, play this game.
Yeah, I think it teaches everything that's about a MOBA. I mean, you have the turrets that you can't get too close to or you'll get shot. And you have to wait for your minions to go and kind of deflect the damage. And then, you have to push until you get to a core, and you can even focus one lane or get all the other lanes to, get that EXP.
Yeah, I think that really helps. Only having 2 lanes, every single map only has 2 lanes, and there's only 4 turrets, 2 on the enemy side and 2 your own side, compared with most. Well, let's just, again, I know we keep drawing parallels between this and Heroes of the Storm, but Heroes of the Storm, which is, you have to take down the enemy 2 turrets and the gate, then there's a turret and a fort inside it, and then past that there's another 2 turrets and a gate, and then there's a keep and a turret, and then the core.
Yeah, so
it eliminates all of that. It's just a turret, a second turret in each lane, and then the core.
Yeah. Which also keeps it easy to understand, easy to focus through.
Exactly, because sometimes I don't want to be full on. I just want to come home. I want a quick game of this. I'll just jump on Awesomenauts. I get my MOBA fix without the stress of worrying about being the best. Getting there's no unranked. There's only at present there's only ranked play, and against computers. And against computers is either way too hard or way too easy.
Yeah, generally. You get that inhuman accuracy.
Exactly, and because obviously everything in this is a skill shot, there's no, because you're 2D, you can't click on someone with your ability.
Yeah, that's actually really unique part of it.
Admiral Swiggins rolls down an anchor that pins you, so you can have pushes, you can have controls Lone Star, the Spouse Cowboy pushes the lane with a massive bull, and then throws his grenades his dynamite after it.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, he plays Yuri, which is a flying monkey. Not with wings, he's got a jetpack.
Yeah. He's actually pretty hard to hit, too, because of that. He's able to go up and down easily, and that's just a really nice way to dodge.
Yeah.
Or it's not so easy on other MOBAs to dodge, in my opinion.
Well, I know we're a little short this time, but definitely check out Awesomenauts before it goes free to play. You can check it out on Steam. It's on Xbox 360 and PS4. It's on the Mac, obviously. So thank you very much for joining us, Kyochi, and we can catch you at twitch.tv/Kyochi Savage. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And also YouTube, same thing.
Awesome. And you can catch myself at Bagley Davidson on Twitter and twitch.tv/KeljohnIronfist. And also I'm writing for the website www.respawning.co.uk, and pretty soon I'll be streaming for them too, so watch out for that. Thanks again for joining me, Kyochi. Take care and see you online.
Thanks for having me. Take care.